Hello and welcome everybody to Time of Dragons. Time of Dragons is a free-to-play... Okay, let me get this straight. Dragon riding, laser railgun, missile blasting, flying shooter. Are you sold yet? Because I'm sold. In a more lost the ability to speak. On a more serious note. It is a game where you ride one of these. One of them, see? Vampire, Fury, Ogre, so on and so forth. We're going to get into the dragons later on. But you ride one of these with a turret on top of it, equipped with plasma, missiles, plasma balls, railguns, and in a team deathmatch or deathmatch scenario, you go ahead and try to murder your opponents. That is basically the gist of the game. There are only two game modes right now, Deathmatch and Team Deathmatch. We're going to get into that. But before we sort of move on from the game, or move on from this menu into the gameplay, visually the game isn't fantastic. Okay, let's just get that out of the way right now. Visually it's not fantastic. The idea, initially, like the initial game design idea, seems like it came from a 4-year-old. We have dragons and lasers and railguns and missiles and yeah, that joke was funnier in my head. Anyways, cue the music. I'm just joking. Let's see what we have. We have the, from the I nearly said vehicles. Playing Armored Warfare for like every day has a toll on you. Let's see what we have from the dragons. You start off with Cronus, and you can unlock 2 of these for free. I picked Ogre and Vampire, I think, because they seem most fitting at the time. Do I regret it? Not at all. You earn DNA by playing and reaching, leveling up in the game. And that's it. You cannot unlock anything in the game. Okay? You cannot unlock new consumables. You have these consumables as well. I have a cooling kit and a stamina kit. You can change them for mines and a smoke screen as well, but there is no buying power, which in a shooter game, well, I say shooter game, I told you what it is, dragon riding, flying, missiles, yeah, that what I said, that is what this is. In such a game, it's very important that you cannot buy power directly, and it's a free-to-play game, and you can't really buy anything. Can I buy DNA? I mean, why would I want to do that? There are a couple of more games and I'll learn enough to unlock another dragon. Now, fair enough, there's not too many of them. There's 2, 6, 8 for now. However, bear in mind that this game is still in development and that the devs are very much active, looking for criticism, feedback, and so on and so forth. Caravan mode is coming soon, and I can't wait for this because the game desperately needs another game mode if it's going to keep you entertained for a longer period of time. But for now, Deathmatch is basically free-for-all, and Team Deathmatch. We're going to play Team Deathmatch, and I shall show you what I believe is the most powerful dragon right now. It's arguable, but I really think this is the most powerful one. We're dropping mid-game, kind of. The matchmaker can get you in these scenarios of 4 versus 3, which isn't ideal, but I suppose must happen, and isn't too disastrous when it does, though it does give a clear advantage to the team that has more dragons. I mean, much like in life in general, did I just hit my... I just hit my own dude, didn't I? See, what I just did, don't do that. It does give a clear advantage to the opposing team, to the team that has more dragons, basically. Much like in life, the person with more lasers tends to win. How does the actual gameplay feel, and what is the actual gameplay like? How does it feel to play this game, and what is it? Oh god, that I never saw that before. Never will, apparently, because you're dead. Well, I played a couple of hours of this, and I actually don't know how long I played. I spent a bunch of time alt-tabbed, so I'm not exactly sure how much I played, but yeah, that's friendly fire, mate. I need to focus. Sorry, I really need to focus. Okay, focus period over. How does it feel like to control the dragon? First of all, movement. You move around with your face directions with a mouse and move around with WASD, and it's perfectly fine. You don't need anything else. It feels like riding a dragon. I don't know how that would feel like, but you're more so giving a device to the dragon on where he should move rather than crisply and neatly and finely controlling his every move, which makes sense. Actually, that's good. Like it's a dragon; it shouldn't turn as quickly as a car or something mechanical. It should turn like a bird or something like that. And I think that's a good comparison to make. It's a bird, not an airplane. Now, even airplanes have turning cycles and all that, but still, it's more like a horse or a bird than an actual aircraft or something mechanical, a machine that you control, which is a very good thing, don't get me wrong. Now, the gunplay and the shooting and that it's a bit basic, but it doesn't mean it's bad. I find that this game is very, very addictive once you try it. You might think I'm just being an idiot, or maybe potentially even paid to promote this game. It's not a very good example, by the way. We're just spawn camping the other team because they have... Oh, it's over. They all left. I'm waiting for more players to spawn in. Oh! Those can kill. Didn't know. Did I mention I'm not very good at this? Probably should have. Anyways, what I was gonna say is... There is enough variety to keep you entertained, though the entire gunplay and shooting is very basic. You have your main attack, plasma, secondary attack, like missiles or something like that. And this is actually very good just for demonstration purposes, to have like not a real game like this. We're just waiting for players to spawn in right now. But anyways, yeah, bring it down. Don't shoot at your own friend, okay? Anything else? Not really. In terms of the actual gameplay, I suppose you will want a more detailed analysis into something like that. As much as detail I can provide with not a lot of gameplay time. What this is essentially it's forcing you to move around a lot in a dragon. There is very little sniping going on, very little long-distance shooting. Why? Because if you're stationary like this, most of the time you will get taken down. Okay? Because I can shoot at... It's almost infinite range. It's very finicky with, there's dispersion, and it's not easy to hit everyone and all that. But it's very, very... easy from one end of the map to hit a guy over there. For example, he just spawned in, he's stationary, boom. He's taking damage, no matter how far we are, okay? Which is very important, considering that in that way the game deals with a lot of the problems that you might expect a game like this to have. Namely, sniping, camping, and other abuses like so. I don't call camping an abuse, but, abusing some gameplay mechanics and stuff like that. It deals with it really, really nicely, and in a fun way as well. It adds this dynamic of all of a sudden you need to move a lot if you want to survive. Of course, you also have the ultimate ability on each dragon, which provides the key differences along with the statistical differences of each class. And there we go. I reached level 6 and gained another DNA point. Let's show you a Night Valley. There's, I think, 4 or 5 maps right now, which is not ideal, but again, in development and so on and so forth. Is that more or less everything? I'm going to show you another game for the hell of it, but yeah, each of these dragons is different. By the way, I need to emphasize that and praise that, because each of these dragons truly is different. They play differently, they fly differently, they're different shapes, sizes, they have different abilities and so on. So it's not just a reskin of one dragon. Now there are key differences between them, and that's very important, that each living being here plays differently. Again, simplistic game, but it doesn't mean anything bad. In fact, that simplistic is not the criticism of the game, it's just a fact. It is simplistic, but it is a good type of simplistic. And it is very unique, and I fully recommend that you try it. If you're gonna ask me for that, and I know there will be questions like that. That's assuming somebody is interested in this game enough to look up first impressions of it, or something, or a review or something like that. But it's sad that such a game hasn't received any publicity that it deserves. Well, not any publicity, but it hasn't received a lot of publicity, and I feel like it deserves a lot of it for being unique. Being unique and actually working, especially as a free-to-play model, with a relatively small team of developers as well. Yep, that's more or less it. What you're seeing right now is the Ogre. I'm calling it right now, Ogre slightly overpowered, please nerf. And yes, it is my favourite dragon, so I'll ask you to nerf my favourite dragon, think about that. Thing is, usually you take cover in shooters. Here you can't take cover, you sort of fly in tricky situations and spots, and yes, colliding with stuff will cause damage, will cause you to take damage, but it will cause you to take less damage than, you know, getting shot at with plasma rifles and lasers and railguns and God knows what else. I think the Ogre has way too many guns for his own good. 4 guns on a guy that has maximum, well not maximum health, but the highest amount of health in the game is just not healthy for balance. Okay, he is slow though, he is easy to catch out of position and easy to kill, but like double the HP some other dragons have, it is a bit finicky. Anyways, it isn't that important considering, you know, there will be changes, balance changes, and more additions, more dragons added to the game and so on and so forth. But I definitively recommend that you people try this. It's free to play, it isn't going to cost you anything but money, and yeah, money is time, and no. Yes, but it's fun enough to I think at least give it a try and see whether you're gonna be remotely interested in something like this for any period of time or not. Hell, worst case scenario, you're gonna play a couple of games of it, have some amount of fun, and okay, I'm blaming latency on that. But you're gonna have some amount of fun and then maybe never play this game again. But hell, even that's, you know, again, it's not gonna cost you anything. It's visually, again, not the most impressive thing ever, but pretty good. Was that a message on my phone? Yes, it was. Should you be worried? No. It's just a degree of unprofessionalism that is rarely seen on other channels. It's become almost a feature here. No, it hasn't. It's actually kind of embarrassing. Yeah. See that guy? He just did something very, very wrong. He stayed stationary. This is not a game where you stay stationary or this happens. Okay, got that out of the way. Avoid the flamethrower. I like how it's basically considered a flamethrower, even though every dragon should be able to spew fire. No, that's not true, but stereotypically dragons spew fire, and like only 2 of them do it here, so basically a flamethrower, and that's his ultimate ability, by the way. That's it. If you can play this with friends, I recommend it, because as much as flying around on a dragon is fun, flying around on a dragon while your friend is flying around on a dragon, on a dragon around you is equally fun, if not more. Am I hurting you just from being near you, or are you being shot? You're probably being shot at from the side or something like that. Okay. I believe the expression is get wrecked. Turn around. Vampire's very agile, though with 2,100 HP. A bit agile and fragile, okay? There we go. This is the first time I've heard, well, this is the first time I've said agile and fragile in such a context, and I think it's beautiful and makes so much sense that people should use it more often. Agile and fragile. Huh. Actually, I'm going to call the video Agile and Fragile. I might not, but like for CEO purposes, but still. Yeah, close game. Gonna be over soon. Games are pretty damn quick. I think it serves the game very well. I think it's very aware of what it is, as basically this very fun and unique twist on a multiplayer shooter. Which again, can you call it a shooter? I mean, look at it. But yeah, I think it's very aware of what it is, and that goes to its advantage because it knows that these games shouldn't last for 15 minutes, right? It just gets boring after 15 minutes to play against the same team flying against pretty much the same dragons, even though you can't change them after you're dead. It gets a bit boring after that. The games need to be pretty quick and all that, and it's aware of that, and I think that's a very good thing that it is. Anyways, we also have this right click if I haven't mentioned it. It basically creates a shield. You stayed stationary, I must punish this. Blind him, excellent. And got him. Okay, dive down on him, which actually might not be the best for aiming, but ow. 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 Okay. I have nothing more to say about the game, but other than we're going to win this, probably. Which makes me very happy. And there we go, victory. I'm not going to show you any more gameplay, that was it. Yep, it's a fun game, really fun game. Go pick it up. My name is Juggernaut. Please remember to like and subscribe down below if you enjoyed this video and want to stay tuned with the rest of the content that I produce on this channel. Until next time, take care, bye-bye.